Hello, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to Healthy Habits, Healthy Life. Tip of the week. Today we're going to be talking about water. Yes, water. People often ask me, well, what kind of water do I drink? And is there a brand I like, or do I filter it? Now, a lot of people do use filters. Sometimes they use really fancy filters like reverse osmosis, which is excellent to get rid of a lot of toxins in the water. The only downside to that is that it also gets rid of a lot of minerals. So I'm really lucky. I do not have town water. I have my own well water. So a lot of those chemicals, when people flush down, pills in the toilet, that water recycling stuff, we don't have to really worry about that where I am. So I'll tell you what I do. So I do filter the water somewhat, partly because we have a lot of clay and sediment in our well water. So we have some filters that we have in line with our plumbing, but also I really like this. I used to have a Brita filter, which doesn't really do much, but I think it was more psychological. But anyway, there's a new pitcher that I have that I really, really like. And it is called Lark, R-L-A-R-Q. I'm not a distributor, but here is the pitcher. And the really cool thing is as you put the water in it, there is a bar here that actually puts like UV light. So if I push, let's see if I can get this working here. Okay, there we go. You can see it kind of glows, right? Can you see that? It glows. And then it actually sanitizes, if you will, the water, and therefore the container doesn't get all moldy. Now, we still tell people to wash it every few months with soapy water, etc., but it's nice having this so that if there's any mold or bacteria or whatever, that it gets rid of that. So less cleaning. I like that idea, less cleaning. Now you may also notice that we have these little funny looking ceramic thingies inside here. That does help to structure the water, and I got this idea from my friend Ken Rolla, freshandalive.com. There are small ones, but they're out of stock. So these are the big ones, and they actually go inside pipes, but I just put them in here. And while this is sitting here overnight, it can kind of help to structure the water. Why do you want to structure the water? So it'll absorb better in the body. So it's more biologically happy. Water that has been water that has been sitting in pipes and going through 200 feet of pipe actually becomes dead water, and your body has difficulty absorbing and assimilating it as something positive. So structuring the water is really helpful. The other thing that I do after I do that is, now this is an extra step. This is just what I do. You do not necessarily have to do it, but I had them. So Flaska makes a wonderful, this is called the Vodan jug. And this actually structures with love and gratitude, the water. And I think it's 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes in here. Structures it the other way. You could structure it with positive energies, is to use my Ascension 3, like these bracelets or any of the jewelry, and actually make the intention as you look at the water in the jug to structure it with whatever it is you want. You want healing, loving energy, pain relief, whatever it is. You can just go ahead and do that 9 seconds where you hold the Ascension 3 jewelry, make your intention, charge the water, look at the water for about 9 seconds, and then you're done. So that's the other way you can structure the water. And we do have microscopic crystals on the website. When the water crystal is frozen, you can see what it looks like when someone had put in the intention of healing. Pretty cool stuff. So if you're out and about, you can definitely put these in the Flaska water bottles as well. So I'll just show you one that I have here. So that's a Flaska water bottle. And I actually put my Ascension 3 silicone on top of that. Now, I just got this recently, and I'm doing this as well. I really, really like this. This is called the Myu Swirl. I became an affiliate because it's so cool. And it swirls the water in this vortex, which is like nature, and it's a magnetic field as well. So you can turn it on and off by this little button here, and it swirls the water, again, structuring the water so the body is assimilating positive water. So I actually put the the water in the Vodan flask first, and then I put it in here, and then last but not least, I put it in a water bottle for the day. Now I have a lot of water bottles. I don't know if you can see all of those water bottles there. Yeah, a lot of water bottles. So I have these 2 water bottles actually I'm experimenting with from Dylyn, D-L-Y-N. It has little mineral packets in there in a little metal case, and it helps to create alkaline water very, very easily. It does take, I think, 20 minutes to get the pH up. And I have my Ascension 3 charged silicone here to put different intentions on the different bottles. So one might be healing, one might be pain relief, stress relief, whatever it is, or it could just be sitting there and say, do whatever for my highest and greatest good today. So you can do that, and then you can travel along with them. So again, the order that I'm doing it with is I'm starting with the Lark pitcher, and then I'm using, the Vodan jug back here, and then I'm doing the Myu Swirl, and last but not least, putting them in water bottles, and then putting my Ascension 3 here, because sometimes I'll change my mind on what intention I want, and then you can do that and recharge the water with some new intention. So the idea is hydrating your body with the water that is structured, and that is better for your body. When you hydrate your cells plump up. When your cells plump up, the electrical signals are better. Your body literally works better when you're hydrated. One of the issues is that some people are on medications or chemo or something like that, or they drink a lot of caffeinated fluids, and so they have actual dehydration inside the cells. Now, some people will say, well, I got swollen legs, I have too much water. Actually, you don't. You've got the water in the wrong place. You've got it extravasating, yes, out of the cells into the interstitial space. Sorry, doctor words. And it's not inside the cells. So the cells are really, really shrunk up, and that is not good. So one of the things you can add is something called Willard water. So let's see if I have, I'm running out. So I'll just show you the bottle that I have in the cupboard here. So Willard water is a supplement that you can put in your water there's some minerals in there, and it makes your water wetter. Now, what do I mean by that? So here it is. So I found it. So here's the Willard water, and you can get it at drwillard.com. Again, I'm not an affiliate of this one. So drwillard.com, drwillard.com. And this particular supplement actually helps the water molecules cluster smaller. So they call it microclusters, so they can get into your cells easier. And some of you, if you first try this, you'll actually get thirstier. Why? Because the water will actually go into your cells better, and then your baroreceptors in your neck go, hey, there's not as much fluid in the blood vessels, so it gives you the thirst signal to drink more. So it actually is a good sign if that happens. At the first time when I started, I'm like, this is weird. Why do I feel more thirsty even though I'm drinking better quality water? And that is why, because the water is switching places from inside the blood vessels, etc., back into your cells where it belongs, and then you get the thirst signal. So Willard water is a nice little addition. I usually get the clear instead of the dark one, because I don't know, drinking like gray looking brown water is just kind of weird to me. So I just get the clear one, and I actually have these little squeeze bottles. You can get these like super cheap on Amazon, and or some other place, and you can actually put in, for example, in a water bottle like this, I might put in like 20 drops. Shake it up, make sure the water molecules get smaller. In a bigger jug or water bottle, I might put in 30 drops. So you can test it out, see what works for you. What's really fun, if you use Willard water, and another version is Phi Crystal water, PHI Crystal. I don't have the website for that. That's the other option. They both work similarly. What's really fun is if you have 2 like water bottles that are clear, okay, and you put your water in there, and you put the Willard water in one and not the other, and then shake it up, you'll see that the one with Willard water in it looks like soap. Like it looks like there's bubbles in there, bubble. That's because the water is clustered smaller. The one that doesn't have it in it is just its usual water tension, so it's harder to get into the cells. Now, if you do all of the above, not only will you be getting rid of some impurities, from the water, whether it be reverse osmosis that you use or some other way of purifying your water, or what I do using the lark, then you're structuring the water, with positive intentions, using either the Flaska or using Ascension 3. And then you can put them in water bottles. And if you want, you can alkalinize that way. And then you can microcluster if you want, with this. That's the way I do it. So I know there's other ways of doing it, but people have asked what I do. So that's why I'm sharing what I do in case it's helpful for you. And if you do happen to have a reverse osmosis or something that is really, really effective at taking toxins out, just keep in mind that the minerals get stripped out too. So you want to add back minerals into the water, because if you don't have that, again, it's a little bit tricky for your body to know what to do with that water to assimilate it. One other trick that we have is if you do use reverse osmosis and you don't know what minerals to put in there, one of the things you can do is take Himalayan crystal salt and put a pinch of that in your water. So if you have the fine stuff, or you can just use the coarse stuff and break it up a little bit and put a pinch of that in your water, that at least will give you 80 plus minerals and their frequencies from the Himalayan crystal salt to replete some of the minerals that you've depleted through some of your filtering. Not so much with the lark, okay, but with if you do reverse osmosis, Berkeley filter, well, maybe not Berkeley, but some of these other very, very effective filters. Now, some people might say, well, Dr. Karen, why don't you just use a Kangen machine or something like that? You can, absolutely, you can. So if you have that $5,000 machine and you can microcluster your water, you can alkalinize your water. There's a filtration, although it's not, like really powerful. Then what you're looking at is, since you've done all those things with your Kangen water, the last step would just be to put that positive intention using the Ascension 3, right? Of whatever it is you wish to have it become a healing water. So that would be your last step if you have a Kangen. I don't have it. First of all, it's $5,000. And I honestly didn't like the taste of the water. And it takes some getting used to. Will I eventually get it? Maybe, but whatever I'm doing right now, I really like, and it works well. And I don't know, there's something about the whole electronic thing, of putting electricity through the water that just didn't quite, I don't know, doesn't resonate with me. I might change my mind tomorrow, but anyway, so I hope this has been helpful. This is one of the videos in the Healthy Habits, Healthy Life mini-series, and look out for more videos like this. I'll be putting this on a playlist on YouTube, so if you are watching this on one of these two platforms, go ahead and hit subscribe and like the video. Feel free to share it with anyone who you think might enjoy it as well, and stay tuned because we will have lots more videos every week with some other healthy living tips for you. And would love your comments, so go ahead and put in the comments below if you have any questions about what we've talked about today. You can go ahead and put it right in the comments and I will get back to you. Bye for now and have a great day.